All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back. Sorry for that brief delay, just getting Dash in the game, me in the game, figuring the spec out and stuff. We got our second matchup, Team Gravity again, just coming back from their dominant win against Blast. And ready to roll for another attempt, this time going at Toxic Units. So, Dash, are you in? Are you ready? You good?
I am ready, and an amazing game, amazing showing from Gravity. Like, I was really surprised. And the first game was really intense, really neck and neck. I loved it. And then after that, it was just like, I don't know, something sparked in Gravity. They just started rolling out, getting consistent three-pointers and streaks. I was like, wow, this is not what I expected from Gravity. Like they surpassed my expectations.
Yeah, no, it was a strong showing without a doubt. Definitely impressed with them, and they controlled the pacing. The boosting was on point, as I mentioned. The stacks were fast as ever. The passing was good, and they were just doing pretty much everything right. After that first game, that was contested and close, so a 1 point difference, they came back and just kind of blew the lead open for the next two.
Yeah, but it shows a lot of promise for Team Gravity, especially with the what I see as a completely different roster from last season, which was actually facing their former teammates Viatrix, facing off against Boop and Gecko, the former Team Gravity, and now he's teaming up with Simon, Al Pacino, and Lewis, which it's a bit of a shame that I can't really see these players because of time difference, region difference, and
Right.
whatnot. I can never see these players play, so I don't know what to expect. I just expect something nice, but it was more than something nice. Simon has some insane shooting
Oh
accuracy.
yeah, yeah. No, the shooting, like he had something like near a dozen or near 20 points, I think. He had a dozen in the third game going into it, and you can see him doing all his dances and having some fun there because of it. I don't know Simon
Mm.
all too well prior,
No,
but now I certainly do, and so do all these players and fans as well watching on stream.
and I can't wait to see this new team. I guess everybody's new to me, but how do they measure up against what a showing that Gravity had, and also missing that lane and Al Pacino with the serving up from Viatrix to start off the game. And another thing we saw in the last game was just such a strong opening. Like they got what, three consistent three-pointers off the beginning just,
Yeah, I
if I
mean,
remember correctly.
yeah, they had strong starts and pretty much starting right where they left off, at least at the
Nice,
moment.
interesting pass. Back to the tunnel reset. Maybe another reset here. Start moving forward, a deep pass, but now he's gonna have to cross it over to his teammate off the wall. Maybe another pass down low up top. Oh, and it seems like he needs to be resetting here, and he doesn't reset in time. And turnover for Viatrix, gonna clear it down. The chain not exactly there from Gravity will allow the Sir Dominic to pick it up.
Pick it up
And
and
now,
toss it on over to Bad Internet. So Bad Internet's going to take that on the bottom ramp area. Going to back pass to a cutting. Oh, teammate missing the first one, Sir Dominic. So it's going to be taken by Lewis. And now the boost coming through. Viatrix is going to get there first, it would seem, with an open goal. A goalie coming back, a cross pass, and the attack. Al Pacino. How about that?
yeah, I didn't think that Viatrix was actually gonna get there because that chain was coming out from Toxic, but it seems like they went to the goal instead of challenging Viatrix. Maybe a bit of a mistake. I think that you should always challenge, the disc holder. He has like what, maybe a second to react.
Right, and getting stunned in the back line now for his team. So they're able to recover that disc. Simon going to get the clear. Looking for a clear and boost, rather. Just linked up as ever, always, these two. As the disc floats on into that 2 point zone. Boost coming through from both teams involved. Simon, Sir Dominic,
Simon.
all of them there. Marcel's going to be the one to get that initial bounce clear and then slapping it through finally with lots of stuns on the way. We can see these boosts quickly again.
Toxic being beat again. They had the initial chain, but they still got beat. by gravity. Seems that maybe a bit of accuracy on these chains is plaguing them. And now Simon starting the attack to Viatrix across to Lewis. Back for a reset. And
And
taking it a bit slow.
yeah, it's a bit
Slow and
lower scoring
steady.
than I
Maybe
expected, honestly.
Viatrix gonna dunk it from under, and he will.
As he gets stunned as well, just going right above his head. But yeah, the pace a bit slower, 6 points for Team Gravity in these opening few minutes.
You're right, Radruma. It should be Taco Tuesday, so maybe Taco can show up on Tuesday and maybe Thursday, which he'll have to. But 6-0 deficit. It's not that bad just yet, with a lot of time left, just passing the 7-minute mark. But a weird little geo path that ends up favoring Toxic.
And you can see that backline stack from Gravity again. They were just hanging back there, waiting for the disc to come their way. Sir Dominic trying to find the way to Taco on Thursday. Marcel now is going to look for a cross on over, but it's going to be intercepted by Vaya.
Yeah, what a great lane coverage right there. But still, Toxic gets the disc. Starting the attack, maybe to Marcel.
Got rid of
Cross
it quickly.
back to bad internet. He has crossed back out to Dominic, and he tries to go for the 1v1, but it was a 1v2 because the snag came through. Now a deep pass to Viatrix to finish it off, but only for 2.
Only 2, but still, you see that pass, or maybe it was a clear and boost, either way, just getting rid of the disc, but immediately got on the recovery. Finding each other, finding that speed, just so very, very, very quick.
Yeah, see, like playing the game a bit differently as from the Blast game. I think the Blast game they had a chain ready on their defense, and it looks like they're kind of opting for a man. It seems to be working though, as Viatrix tries to clear it down.
And yeah, so Taco on Thursday now, gonna find Dominic. He's gonna be contested, finds a tries to find a pass rather to Viatrix. Viatrix finding the tunnel instead. Now more brawls. You can see this is the ebb and flow of the game. The disc gets cleared. There's a slur.
Open net. Ooh, sweet. Oh man,
Let's say
those are painful
there's a slurry of brawls, and then they find the boost, and then suddenly the other side of the floor it goes. It's just back and forth, and that action is so ever quick.
Maybe to the panel. Gonna try to dunk it from an odd angle, but he will make it. So now 10-0.
10-0. Gravity just picking up where they left off once again in that last series. And right now we're about halfway through. So far, 4 apiece for Viatrix and Al Pacino. As it's rolling.
Now more aggressive defense to counter attack that. Ooh, Viatrix gonna take it himself, but gets snagged on by bad internet. And bad internet is gonna clear it down. And Toxic has the chain, maybe an open net, but no, they're gonna miss it.
Yeah, the overshoot. You hate to see those happen.
Another missed pass. Nice reset to goal. Gonna clear down to the 2, but Taco is there, but he's not there in time to throw it. And now Lewis trying for a shot. That might be in. Lewis for 3.
What a beautiful shot. He lined that up from way deep, sliced it right through the cracks of the Geo, and it found its way. 13 points now.
Yeah, there's just not as fast as the game against Blast, but slowly, surely nearing that 20-0 that they just put up against Blast. Seem to be a dangerous team. Team Gravity and another mail slot that's gonna bounce. Ooh, almost. But Lewis to finish it off.
That was a nice little move. Grabbed his anchor, went up, went down, went to town on the goal.
Yeah, such a tough decision to make for a goalie, you know? They have the whole backboard. They can go up, then go down, then go to the rim. Such a hard decision for a defender.
Right now, Taco just going to get rid of that before being punched out. Some quick lines of passes, and now receiving that disc, but good hands. Simon's going to take that back pass it. He has Al Pacino on the back line.
Just truly impressed by Simon, you know, offense and defense. And Viatrix, I feel like Viatrix has been such a huge factor getting these turnovers before they even make it to the goal. And Al Pacino going to take his time. Passing it to Viatrix. Lewis is up on the torch. Almost an interception, but still a bit of a wide pass. And now maybe allows for a reset to goal. Taco is going to try to clear it out. It won't be super clear as Gravity also has a chain ready. We also can throw into the tunnel, and Sir will get it. And now Simon having a lot of lane coverage going on.
Yeah, now back pass. So again, looking maybe to reset here, recollect if your team toxic units.
Dominic crossing over just behind his teammate, allowing for a clear, but Taco's there for that wall bounce. Nice read on that.
Yeah, it was
Pass down and maybe an open net if he can slide past these two defenders, but off the rim. Oh man, that was a great opportunity to score. Such a close shot. Viatrix for the clear.
and away it goes into that bubble. Gonna sail out there, retaken, shot in,
Oh,
but not
Appuccino.
made. And now Taco trying to defend his home turf, and he does. Gets the punch.
Oh, Viatrix. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's Lewis who collected it. Crossing it out to Simon. What a swift shot.
That was. He received that cross and just dumped it in there in no time at all to go up 17 now for his team on Gravity. So far, it's Lewis leading the way on his team with the 7 points. And Viatrix 17 stuns, no surprise there. I've noticed watching him lately too that he's stunning an awful lot. Full of brawls, that man.
And they're just so close to nearing that 20. Oh.
Yeah, one more three will do it.
Taco's really gonna have to no, this might leave an open net enough for the team to make it. Ooh. Luckily Taco was there to cover the goal, keeping his team alive in this first round. Lewis to Viatrix. To Appuccino. Back to the shield where Simon is. Crossing back to
man.
Lewis.
What a series of passes there. That was a perfect square. Not actually, but a relative square of passes.
There was 4 points in there
Yeah,
at some
you know,
point.
they might have been looking for a 3. I don't know. But either way, they just need to score one more time in the next 40 seconds if they want that mercy win. But if you're toxic units, you want to get on the board here and find some momentum going into the next round. Marcel won.
Seeing his pass into the panel. Back to Marcel. I was really trying to take his time to make sure every pass counts.
Yeah, these are nice
And
passes.
Lewis. But they don't have a lot of time left. They're going to make some passes that starts gaining ground. And speaking of gaining ground, he's losing ground. And he throws an interception.
Yeah, so into that 2-point zone. 5 seconds left.
Now Pacino to finish it off.
There
He
you go.
will.
With 1 second left, they will, in fact, get that mercy win. Barely any time left, but they manage it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you expect from Gravity? They're on fire right now. If you saw the series, on the last game against Blast, they were just killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Rounds 2 and 3. It's a bit painful to watch, but also very impressive, because they still had so many nice shots and great defense against a top team like Blast.
Yeah.
And Toxic being I believe a newer team, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I wish I had tutorial here right now, but yes, certainly, I recognize some of these players. I played with Bad Internet and Taco on Thursday. I played a few pubs with them, actually. Well, not pubs, actually. Mixed scrims a month or 2 back. Those two I have some familiarity with. Sir Dominic Marcel won, not quite as much. Obviously,
I feel like I've seen Marcel one before. So he's a name that's familiar to me. Maybe he shouldn't be. Maybe he's the newest one. Either way, I've seen him. But I wouldn't say they had a bad showing. I think they have some good ideas going forward. They just need to keep the chain. Like they've had the chain there.
Mhm.
They're just not going after the disc. Like a bit of accuracy is really plaguing them.
yeah, so we'll see if they can come back here and find their way. Certainly 20 more minutes to make it happen. Get some points and feel it out.
Joust. A nice win on the Joust, an open net right there, and he will make it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was another quick one. 6 seconds that time compared to that
Wondering
first
where-
one.
Wonder where the players at Gravity went. Maybe they committed? It didn't seem like Ollie saw 2 of those trying to go back to defend that goal.
Yeah, well, You know, that'll happen sometimes as well when you're trying to go for that disc at the breakneck pace that it requires to actually get it. Sometimes it is best to just set up on defense. Not always it's not like it was in previous years where sometimes, you know, the person or the team who won the joust, they would score heavily skewed towards that percentage. But now, these days, it's actually just as good to defend, I feel. Or at least it's not nearly as punishing if you hang back on defense.
You know, speaking of defense, looks like Toxic's really cleaning up their defense. They're really just trying to cover all these corners, making them make mistakes or just force a turnover somehow.
Yeah, and some
Taco.
nice passing. I really like their passing here. And
Oh,
just
and
dinging.
wow, that's a painful ding. Such an easy opportunity, and now Lewis is gonna have to try again with a very nice redirect by Simon.
Wow. He had zero momentum whatsoever, and that pass just soft enough to reach him but not be intercepted. And the tap just soft enough to reach the goal and not ding. That was some shooter's touch right there from Simon, assisted by Lewis.
Absolute finesse. That was some absolute finesse. And now Marcel crossing it over to Sir.
Yeah, looking for the back passes, those stacks. It's trying to cut off those passes. You can see
Ooh, no, it looks like nobody was actually there for that pass, and now they're gonna have to make up for that lost ground.
the formation on that stack from the orange players on Gravity. Are able actually to take that one, just snagging it out of the air. Off the backboard maybe, but on the rebound instead. Cannot make it. A second attempt. The rebound, losing the disc. Viatrek's going to take that, tap it out to Simon. Simon, a soft dunk, just gliding in there like a bird.
Knew he had that defender beat, so he just sails on in. Man,
Yep,
but
right
almost
into
a great shot by Simon. Another three-pointer. You know, we've seen him do that multiple times today. First pass, and that's going to be challenged immediately. Bad internet with a reset. Taco passing it downfield, but it bounces off the Geo, and Simon might be there for the collection. He will be. Back pass to Viatrix. Viatrix for the clear, and now who's going to be chaining to this first? It will be Toxic. There, but they miss it again. Oh no! Oh, luckily Sir Dominic got that punch out because that net was wide open, but still Gravity threatening under the goal. Nice defense.
Yeah, we're seeing that passing game again. Not paying off initially, but still just so very patient.
Simon to Viatrix.
Very nice. Well, they do get the points there, but it's only 6-3.
But as you saw, like, as I was saying before, the chains from Toxic, they're there. They're just not there, in a sense. Like, they could have had that turnover. Instead, it turned into 2 points for Gravity.
Yep, and on the rollout now. See if they can come back. I mean, there's still a lot of time on the clock, only down by 3 points. Again, much lower scoring than maybe what you'd expect, just compared to the last round and what we've also seen most of the night from Gravity. So certainly some wiggle room here.
Is that gonna be in? Oh, so
almost
another own goal. We saw Lewis do it last round, accidental own goal, and that one looked like it might have gone in, but now against Toxic, who will collect the disc.
Yeah, so
Dominic taking his time.
Sir Dominic, you can see that back line. They were all lined up 4 in a row in a line. And another soft pass to a no momentum player. That was nice. This time from Toxic Units. And then Taco on Thursday getting the clear. But the intercept off that stack, it's going to be Lewis. And Lewis is going to find a pass to Al Pacino now. Al Pacino looking right across automatically. Just he knew where to put that disc, where his teammate was going to be. Simon as well getting there. Now a pass.
Ooh,
missing.
Missed by Lewis. You know, sometimes those clears, like, you know that they're going to catch him because the defense has a chain set up. But sometimes it's better than losing it on your own end. So difficult situations, tough decisions. Simon, however, will be making the easy decision for that open pass. Al Pacino, who will make the shot for 2.
Yep, not bad at all. And very even scoring distribution so far for Team Gravity in this match. It is a game high by Lewis at 9, but his teammates not far behind. 8 points and then 2 sixes. So the overall effort, all-around effort from Team Gravity right now. Toxic Units trying to make some plays happen here. I do love their patience right now on offense, but it's the defense, the stacks, the speed from Team Gravity that's doing a lot of damage on
Is
their
that an
approaches through
open
mid.
net? Are they gonna have to take this one? Oh, too late, as the chain is already back. He had an opportunity for an open net, and now he's gonna try against Viatrix, who will force a turnover. Now Simon picks it up, has a chance for a clear. He will, but again, Toxic is there. Now crossing it back to Marcel. Nice setup. Got a guy on top and got a guy on the bottom, and on the sniper's nest, he's going for the low pass, but off the shield. And now cleared by Viatrix.
Now the boost coming through, the first overshoot, the second overshoot. Finally, someone collects a disc for Gravity. It's Lewis on the bottom ramp.
Yeah,
Lewis
but then
is
you
looking
saw
bubble.
again.
The dive, though, it still gets through to Simon. Simon looking across, over, again, and again. The pass to pass to pass. These hockey assists in quick succession to buy them success.
And just again, the chains overshooting the disc on their own half. It's so painful. I think if Toxic would fix like their chaining accuracy, they'd have a much better game. And speaking of chain accuracy, look at that chain for defense. Viatrix to dunk it.
Yep, that was exactly that. Again, those stacks. That time, not overshooting, certainly. They aimed for the exact right spot to overtake the offender and, you know, score it for themselves.
And
Getting it
Gravity
done.
continues a trend of just steamrolling any opposition that stands in their way. It's such a great team, excelling in all areas.
And right now, again, just seems like, see those passes just cut off on that one, but the awareness on defense is really strong, and then the speed to execute everything that they want on defense is pretty uncanny. And again, right there, the long pass that time from Lewis, or from Viatrix to Lewis, and Lewis is gonna dump that one in.
Yeah, and it was a good dive by Taco. It's just that nobody else was covering the goal once he got past. I think that's an important thing for defense, is to have somebody going into goal if your goalie dives out.
So we can see the stack in the back again. They're just looming there for Team Gravity. Get broken up just briefly, but still back on defense. Certainly in no rush to push up too far if they don't need to. So playing it a little cautious there and paying off, because now they got the disc back if you're Team Gravity. Going for the bounce.
Wide.
Little off,
but he picks it up anyway. And still has opportunity for a 3, which he will try to take. And he gets it off the pyramid.
Yeah, I have to wonder there if they were just, Simon hesitated for a moment there, whether it was on purpose just to waste some clock, or it was a situation where it's like me, if I was in that position, I'd be like, I don't think I can make this, and then takes it anyways.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough angle. I think I would have floated in front just to get maybe like a drifting shot rather than a pyramid shot. And what a snag to answer back from Al Pacino, but the chain is there with Simon, and he's gonna boost and clear it, but at a short distance to gain a lot of ground. And reset to Simon. See how Pacino's trying to get open on the low right. Instead, Lewis is open, back to Al Pacino, and back into the goal.
Really nice pass work by their team, and that cut, really nice from Al Pacino. Hitting the mark on those. I think maybe, perhaps it would be to the advantage of Toxic units if they dove on some of those longer cross passes, because there's a lot of them.
That one.
A lot of them that are short range, but some of them perhaps diveable.
Yeah, some of those crosses where they're like right in front of the goalie's hands, where all you have to do is just kind of reach out. I think those are definitely ones you gotta try. 10 out of 10 times. So you never know if you will snag it. And a missed pass. Luckily, Marcel's there for the read. And back to Sir Dom. And Dom tries to take it in himself, but Simon with the excellent defense.
Yeah, double stun and the clear, but on the recovery. Toxic first. Looking for a pass to Marcel. Marcel's going to look for a return one to that corner area. Off the wedge, it seems. Bad Internet's going to take it. Pass it to the left.
Another missed pass. I feel like Toxic is just rushing their passes just a bit. Maybe taking too long, waiting till they're like almost covered or dead before they make the pass, and that's why they're struggling a bit. And it looks like they can into the head of his teammate. Simon wants those points. denying his teammate Al Pacino. Take that, Al Pacino. Simon wants all the points.
I'm not even sure if that was inverted. It didn't look like he was looking, but maybe he was. Either way, got that one, and that will be the round to Team Gravity.
Well, I mean, at least this time they got a nice little three-pointer off the bat, but it's gonna take more than just one or two to really compete against this Gravity team. They're just so good. It just still mind-blowing. I mean, yesterday we had amazing games. If you remember Palidore,
Oh yeah.
the Joker versus Synapse.
Between the show match and then the first day, just great play and some fantastic things to look through. If anyone watches those VODs, I highly recommend it.
I'm just impressed, and the intensity of the games, I feel it. I can feel like my heart racing, and it's really fun to watch these games and watch these players show their stuff. I really enjoy these guys. Now, the countdown for the third and final round. Hopefully, Toxic can take one away, or at least put up more of a fight than they did the last round. If they can just fix their chains, fix their passes. I think a lot of it does come down to they're waiting too long for the pass, and they make make a mistake.
Well, with one more to go, every point certainly counting here for all teams involved in every single match. That's why we play all three, just to affect that end of the match MMR rating. And over the next week, this week in fact, after that's over, hopefully these matches will normalize more and teams will start finding their spots, finding their grooves, not finding the groove there on the drive attempt. So backing it out, and to Al Pacino.
What a nice stun, but he doesn't really take the 1v1. I think he probably should have. Simon instead will go to Viatrix and a weird ding off that corner and in.
Yeah, and there's another one of those longer cross passes I was talking about that perhaps was diveable. A little bit risky, maybe, but it's also one of those where it would have been a two-pointer no matter what, even if Via got that off. So maybe something that you want to dive, but it's certainly a judgment call. So. Yeah.
You can dive for the player, you can dive for the disc. Either one, I think, helps, rather than just kind of waiting until they have all the cards in their hands. And speaking of cards in their hands, Al Pacino will try to make a pass to his teammate Lewis. Oh, nice reset, sort of.
Well, he has, two teammates in the back, but they were way in the back, not at the bow tie, so it will be a turnover. And nice lurking there. The overshoot again, though, as we've seen from both teams.
And now Taco having an opportunity to collect to bad internet for the backboard, but it's saved by Viatrix.
And Viatrix, the veteran, got the grab. Another attempt. Nice pass. Oh, touch pass.
That was a nice pass. It's just his teammate wasn't quite there.
Yeah, those are the ones you don't expect.
And now Simon has a shield pass. Gonna go for a dunk instead. Viatrix is there.
Viatrix dumping it in. Throwing his hands out for that pass and recognizing it was Simon. So far, 7 assists from Simon, impressively, in addition to the dozen points. Doing a lot of work. Via with 41 stuns as well, man.
Gravity's scoreboard is insane right now. A long mid pass allows bad internet to try to go for a mail slot. I think it would have been defended anyway because Al Pacino was almost in the goal. And now a miss little cross pass, but the chain is there, and that's a great recovery to have the chain there ready.
Yeah, and clear on through as another boost so quickly. Headbutts it though, so into the hands of Lewis. Lewis is going to go to the barrier. Simon dings it off after the stun, getting stunned, but recovering is Lewis. Lewis on the putback. Yes, sir, it will be a goal. So.
And it just hurts every time that Toxic is there, but they just can't get the recovery.
Yeah, and you know what? So some of those overshoots too, that's one of the things. In 3v3, sometimes that was punishing to overshoot it, but you'd at times at least have a chance to recover. But it feels like now with 4v4, there's always that second stack. There's always a third stack, in fact, and it's just, if you miss that first attempt, you have a good shot of being scored on because the other team's going to grab that and capitalize on your broken defense. You see it happen an awful lot.
Lap pass to his teammate, but it's a little bit off the geo, so it's going to result in a clearish, kind of. This Taco will pick it up instead. Bad internet. Trying to find his spacing. Opts to reset it. Good choice. And now to Marcel. Back to Taco. Taco's going to be challenged, so he's going to pass it over to his teammate, but his teammate can't quite get the reception. And now they're slowed down again.
Yeah, so
I think that's been a
Marcel.
huge thing, is that Toxic has been kind of slowing down their own attacks, and it's not that it's a bad thing, but sometimes they give the defense too much time to react to them. And a nice chain for the pickup. Quick pass. Oh my. Oh, I was about to hold my breath for that shot.
Yeah, it was almost a good look, but that barrier, oftentimes
And
it's going to get in your way and just make you wish it wasn't there.
oh, Simon now with a pickup. Back pass. Way back. Tapachino, who goes way downfield, but it clips off the Geo. And now Marcel will try to chain with his teammate to get to the disc, and he's going to try to take it himself, but 4 people in the goal, it's not going to happen as they clear it downfield.
That was some heavy-duty defense and clustering up. Oh, but the strong shot just bouncing off the side. It's going to be recovered there, taken now, and made now. Al Pacino.
A good choice on Al Pacino staying behind the goal, just in case if his team did recover it, which they did. For an easy 2 points.
Yeah, 5 minutes left now in this third round. 8-0 lead. Still overall, the first game was a heavy advantage to Team Gravity. And then the second game, it started off slower, but then Gravity picked it up at the end.
See, this is what I think that maybe they shouldn't be doing. Sir Dom already resetting all the way back to his nest. When he could have just been moving forward. And see, now it allows a chain to come through. Viatrix for the pickup, assisted by Simon. 10-0.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one backed up really far, and what you're doing with that, it's backing up is not inherently, you know, a wrong move, but you have to have passes available. The problem is the stack from Team Gravity has been just lurking at every corner. So by backing out the disc like that, he created a lot of distance between him and his teammates. So when the pass went out, the stack was actually able to recover in a timely fashion and take that disc right out of the air, snatching it.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do against the chain is leave a lot of open area for it to just roam everywhere.
Yeah. So Taco's gonna back this out now. So on offense, seeing if they can find their spacing and not hopefully go too far out and just find these closer passes. Because see, when they don't this time, it's Simon coming in, and you know that's kind of what we saw in that last play too. Just a little bit too long distance on the pass, on the recovery, on the save. Taco Thursday via Trex sending that to Thursday through that goal.
Viatrix has been an absolute wall for his teammates. He doesn't let anything get past him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we can see, I mean, 50 stuns for Viatrix now. I've been following that stat throughout the night.
No ball, no disc, nor bot will get past him.
Oh, maybe a bot. I mean,
well,
bots are
so.
pretty strong in the brawls, but nonetheless.
1v1 opportunity for bad, maybe not, because the chain is there. And now they're forced to slow down again. But slowing down isn't something they can afford too much, because it's almost 3 minutes and 10 seconds for this team to make up a 12-0 deficit.
Ooh, just gets through, but can't recover that disc. The dives did actually miss there, but neither team getting that immediately. And now a nail slot. And not quite on the line, so into the tunnel it goes. The stack's coming through for both teams now. Simon's going to take that, gets stunned though. Bad internet, looking just for a clear, flinging it into the other side of the floor.
Oh,
Lewis coming in.
Doesn't open it here, but it's going to be off the mark and into the hands of Lewis for the clear again for his team. And they're boosting downfield already, beating Toxic by so much. Going for a 3-point, but he misses. A little bit of questionable decision right there. And
yeah,
there's a long cross that we talked about, and Taco will finally punish.
And maybe expecting his teammate to cut there, but did not, so the cross was able to be easily cut off by Taco. And then the pass getting sent over to Lewis. Lewis looking for another one. Cross and in off the backboard. Another nice one.
And just one of those crosses that just seem to be in the hands of the goalie. If only he would just jump out. I think that's it happens once, and you kind of see it and like, okay, well maybe next time. But next time, when is the next time when you will finally dive on the pass and
Hmm.
allow your team to get those turnovers?
Yeah. So I will say, though, to the credit of Toxic Units, their passing has been really good. The ideas have been good. The spacing is what has been off at a few points, but the ideas itself and the positioning has been overall really good. And
Oh, Lewis
certainly
with the snag.
they've held Team Gravity to a much slower pace scoring than we saw in the last game versus Blast. So they're doing good things on both ends, certainly.
Simon again for three. Maybe he will.
Now, see,
Nice bounce.
I would never, ever go for that shot. I wouldn't even know where to start. Banks have never been my thing, but credit to Simon. They're obviously his.
I like to fade away. Bank shots scare me.
You and me both. I'd rather be fading than shooting those banks, at least off the backboard. In any case, off it goes, intercepted, Al Pacino. Al Pacino's gonna clear it. There's a man there, defender for Toxic Units. It's Taco. Taco trying to clear that. Bad internet finally getting it, but only into the hands of Al Pacino. So Al Pacino now softer pass down low, Viatrix.
Viatrix and his teammate. Lewis going to take his time, cross it back up to Viatrix, but it's a little bit in front of him, so he will not get the reception. But a weak clear will favor Sir Dominic. With only 20 seconds left, maybe they can get some points, and there's the opportunity to get some points,
There it
and
is.
he will. Bad internet.
Bad internet.
Avoiding the shutout.
So that will wind down this round in this series. Team Gravity coming up ahead, but great effort from Team Toxic Units.
And the game, it will be 3-0 in favor of Gravity. And just a great opening day for Team Gravity, if I must say anything. Going up against one of the top teams, one of the, I guess, favorite teams. I don't know what the actual favorability was for, having Boop and Gecko, two strong teammates against this newish roster of Team Gravity. I would have thought that Blast would have, come back and made Gravity fight for it, but Gravity just on fire. Mercing the last 2 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, in the last series.
In the last series, yes. Versus Blast. In this one, though, Toxic holding them below that for most of the time.
So, this Team Toxic, they have a lot of good ideas, like you said. And I hope that they continue to practice, because there's only some minor things that I feel like they could just improve on, such as the spacing, maybe delaying too much on their offense. But they have such good ideas.
Yeah, the ideas are sound, like the fundamentals are there. It's just more so like the nuances, and that's just something that comes with time when you're getting into Echo Arena and getting into competitive play on newer team. The experience obviously more on the side of Team Gravity in this one, but Toxic Units making a show and just showing that they're here to compete. Again, I feel like they're a few tweaks away from being a really strong team that can compete there, and this is the case for a lot of teams that I've seen so far. Compared to earlier in the game's lifespan and the competition's lifespan, we've seen such growth over the last few seasons, in the last 2 years, 2.5 years now. And these teams have just come a long way, and they're continuing to grow and get better, and the future of competition is bright as a result for Echo Arena. So with that being said, that will be the stream for right now, the EU matches for the day. Later on we have a few matches on the North American side that you guys are going to want to tune into for sure. Dash and I will cast some of those. We're hoping to get some more people in there as well. Barring my voice dying, I'll be there.
Yeah, and I'm also still recovering, so...
Dash sick with borderline pneumonia or something, weren't you? So,
like asthma or something like that.
as pneumonia.
As pneumonia, something like that. But hey, I wouldn't miss these games. Just like I said last night, I wouldn't miss them for the world.
Yeah.
These games, these players are so important to me. I love seeing these guys play.
Oh, me too. That's why, no matter the time of day, if I can do it, I'll be here for sure. With with Tutorial, Jersey, You know,
Wait on the
Sputnik,
cameras.
yeah,
see on the-
whoever it is, I will cast side by side anyone. And because the best part about it is I just get to come here and be a fan and watch as a fan. That's a great thing.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and please tune in later because we have some nice NA matches, and the rest of the week we have so many matches lined up. I can't wait to see what these teams have in store for us.
Absolutely. Couldn't say it better myself. So until later on in the day or whenever you happen to tune in next, appreciate you guys tuning in, watching, commenting. And, you know, we're in this as a community, and I'm just excited to see where it goes. So until later on, we'll see you next time. I'm Palidore. That's been Dash. Thank you, Tutorial, for joining us a little earlier on. And yes, have a good night if you're EU and good afternoon if you're NA. Bye for now.